My name is Alex. I'm 36 years old, and I have been the artistic producer of SHADOWPATH since 2002. SHADOWPATH is a charitable theatre company that operates out of York region. We go into everyday spaces and we change them into creative places with the performing arts. Express theatre, I would like to call it pop-up theatre. They are short and sweet. They are comedies or romantic comedies. They are light-hearted material, and they're usually new works.
Hello, dear.
Did you go grocery shopping?
Yep.
Again?
Yep.
But Tom, dear, you know that the cupboards are overflowing in the kitchen. And I also noticed that you've now started to store cans in the laundry room beside the detergents and the bleach.
So you're not complaining? Good. Okay, there's also some dried goods in the dining room hutch.
Tom, look at me. Don't you see where this is going? All the cupboard space and hutch space is being taken up with cans and jars. Many cans and many jars. You have to stop this, or at least slow down, please.
How?
How shall I put this to you? Look, Tom, look. Look, you're a savvy investor, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, investments have returns measured in monetary growth, yes?
Yeah?
Groceries in the cupboard have money invested but zero return, and a loss if they are stored beyond the best before date. You do follow my logic, don't you, Tom?
Oh, your logic, as usual, is flawless. But I just can't help myself, Diane. When I see a great sale, I just gotta buy. I can't just stop cold turkey just because you want me to.
Is it emotional, Tom? Childhood repression, mommy issues? What?
I don't know. But it could have therapeutic benefits.
All right, Tom. All right, let's just see what you have in there.
Wait a minute. See what?
Well, let's just see what you have in those shopping bags before you start to unload everything. It might not be too late to take some of it back.
Whoa, I could never do that. That is not part of my therapeutic grocery shopping, and I will not do that.
Fine. Just let me at least see the damage.
When did you become the grocery inspector?
Come on. You have quite a haul of goods in there, Tom, for only 2 people.
Just a few essentials at very favorable pricing, dear.
Well, let's just see. Tuna. 1, 2, 3. $48 cans.
Yes, dear, that's a carton. Now, these cans are the 198 gram size, low in sodium, high in magnesium, very good premium brand name, I might add. I might also add, at 50% off the regular price. A great deal.
Groceries Gone Wild is a short play about a couple that is struggling to get through a shopping addiction that the husband has, a grocery shopping addiction.
A prophylactic?
I got some of those too.
What on earth for?
One of the most popular brand name prophylactics on the market. What do you think?
They were on sale?
Yeah, 40% off, which is just unheard of. I've never even seen that before, so I had to get some.
Now, Tom, when you say some, how many do you actually mean?
Enough to not father an army. But I digress.
So what I would want to communicate to the audience, specifically using this play, is that we all have our traits, our idiosyncrasies that that affect other people, especially people that we're in relationships with, and that it is funny and it is humorous that we do these habits. We have these habits and these things that we do.
Tom, just wait a minute here. Just how exactly is this Duke warming these beans?
Pardon?
Like, he puts a can in the fire and then he sets a timer for 5 minutes and then he pokes it out of the fire with a stick and then he holds a hot can with what? A sagebrush so as not to burn his hand?
Yeah.
And then what? He pokes a hole in the can with his hunting knife?
Yeah.
And then he uses a knife to spoon the beans from can to mouth?
Well, yeah.
Carefully, as the knife is large and sharp.
Are you sure you haven't seen this movie?
And why do macho cowboys never carry a spoon? I want to see this movie, Tom, not because it's so highly recommended, but just for the bean scene. Let me tell you something, Tom.
Yes, dear.
That scenario is never gonna work. The beans are gonna overheat in the closed can and explode like an egg in a microwave, flying in every direction. Wayne will be licking spilled beans off John Ford. Even his horse nearby will probably be enjoying the fire-baked exploding beans with high fiber.
Now I get it. That's how they get the smoky flavor and the barbecue experience in the can of beans. But we digress. Yes.
So Tom, how many cans of these John Wayne-inspired smoky-flavored barbecue beans did you buy?
48. That's a carton. Easy to carry, check out at the cash, stores well, does not need refrigeration, and very tasty. Makes a fast, hearty meal. Look, keep from frozen is the only warning on the label, huh?
There should be other warnings on the label, Tom. Beans can cause explosions. As we just heard in my true-to-life scenario, we'll just ask John Ford. So how many of these exploding beans will you eat in a week?
I've calculated 1 or 2 a week. Lunch or dinner, plus special occasions like when vegetarians visit.
Right.
And these beans do not explode. Look, they're benign.
Benign, you say? Ha! Forget about me eating any of them. All that fiber and the effect of legumes on my digestive system would cause me to explode.
Oh dear.
My discomfort would lead to your misery. It would definitely end our love life once and for all, Tom. So please keep these beans on your side of the cupboard.
My side of the cupboard is already stocked to the limit.
They are no longer a couple, people will say. Why, you might inquire? The answer is because of smoky flavored barbecue beans. So that leaves all the beans for your enjoyment, Tom.
It's about not trying to fix people, but trying to accept people, embrace them, love them. That's who they are, that is part of their identity. And that it is comical because we can relate to some aspect of being obsessive, whether it's groceries or cleaning or putting the cap back on the toothpaste. Like all these things, they're small things, they're little things. They're not things that you really need to fight about or blow out of proportion, right? So we just poke fun at the everyday things that really get between this couple's enjoyment of each other.
I'm cutting your discretionary shopping budget to $10 per week. You won't have to go cold turkey completely, and we can continue to live together. What do you say?
What am I supposed to buy with that?
More cupboards.
Working with Alex is great. She is always positive, she's always upbeat, and she's a great writer. So most of the plays that I've done with Alex, I did a musical with Alex many years ago, and that was how we first met. But with SHADOWPATH, we've been doing mostly plays that she wrote, and she's always got a running tally of every funny thing that happens to her, and she's got an amazing ability of putting that into the plays. And so every once in a while we'll start working on a scene that's, you know, something that's happened to us or something that I saw happen, and it's really a pleasure to get to work with someone who's that genuinely talented.
I actually thought it was amazing, very creative. I've never been to something like this before in my 56 years, so I thought it was amazing.
And I'm a very good friend of Alex, you know, that she knows me personally. We've been chatting on the mail here and then.
Wow.
And that's all I can say. I love your show every time. I love it more and more and more. I always bring at least 2 or 3 friends with me.
I try to send the message to my audiences that art is valuable and important to society, just the same ways that science, that technology, that accounting, all these things are very important, but art is valuable, it's worthwhile, we should expose ourselves to it more, it's part of our identity, it's part of our culture, and that us as a community should seek out art events and we should support art, the art that is around us, because it shapes who we are as a community, who we are as society, who we are to each other. And it's a really important way to communicate. It's a really important way to reflect on perhaps where we've been, our history, where we are now, current issues and events. And so I really look at art as a really strong, fundamental quality of a well-rounded lifestyle.
Oh my goodness. It is you, isn't it? I was so surprised to hear from you. It's been what?
11 years. 11, wow. Over a decade. Wow. 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 I feel old.
Oh, I prefer to think of it as prime. Let's see. I feel like I'm in my prime.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
I took a peek while I was waiting. Looks like they have a nice prefix menu tonight. Appetizer, main, and dessert for $25. Not bad.
Huh. Neat. Places are really all over this price fix fad lately. I think the last 6 meals I've had have been price fix.
You eat out a lot.
Not really. Just been doing some catching up with people lately. Seems like we've been meeting on at all the restaurants on the price fix circuit.
Guess I'm just another stop on the circuit then. It's so nice to see you, regardless.
What makes me happy the most is seeing the full picture of an event. So I know the inception of an event, I know how it's going to materialize, I know who I'm going to be working with, I get to see the plays brought to life, I get to see the audience respond to plays that have never before been experienced.
I feel connected to the universe in such a way that my inhibitions have disintegrated. My internal flame is now an inferno, while my oven has become storage for my sweaters.
Wow. That's really something. Maybe I'll give it a go one of these days.
Why am I here, Mark? 11 years of silence, and then out of the blue I get a Facebook friend request from you, followed by a quick, "Long time, Stella, how about a date?" message. And did your wife die? Or have you recently returned from Mars?
I see what you mean about those inhibitions. Are you sure you didn't mean filter? Because that just streamed right out of you.
I'm just confused. And all this awkward small talk about prefix and raw living isn't helping.
I'm sorry. I guess in hindsight I was being a little cryptic.
You think?
Okay, that's fair. Where do I start? Right. Thank you for meeting with me tonight. Stella. I cannot adequately express how much this means to me. Your presence here is a milestone in my path to forgiveness and sobriety. You are the... seventh person to whom I am making amends to.
Wait a second. Amends? Amends for what, Mark? The last time I saw you, we were in high school, and if I recall correctly, apart from a few bush parties, you were stone cold sober. You were a 17-year-old boy.
I'm getting to it. Thank you for meeting with me tonight, Stella. I cannot adequately express how much this means to me. Your presence here is a milestone in my path to forgiveness and sobriety. You are the seventh person to whom I am making amends to. Go to card 11. I'm supposed to do that, not read it. The year is 2003. The location is Burford, Ontario. We are seniors at Paris District High School. It is springtime and prom is in the air.
How dare you bring me to an adult establishment where couples come to celebrate anniversaries, birthdays, and pregnancies and proceed to drag me back to high school? I'm raw enough as it is. Haven't you ever heard of a clean slate?
Yes, I'm in the process of cleaning one right now.
Haven't you heard, let sleeping dogs lie, let bygones be bygones? Don't tempt the tiger, don't kick the hornet's nest. I feel I was open with you when I expressed my commitment to raw living. How much more explicit could I be, Mark? My inhibitions have disintegrated. Most men would have picked up on the potential in that statement and booked us into a hotel room, but not you. No, you had to go visit the dark side and press start on the roller coaster of my demise. I feel us climbing the mountain, Mark, and I don't like it.
I didn't adequately prepare for this response.
Am I not attractive to you, Mark? I'd say these 11 years have done wonders for my aesthetic.
All those are really neat, really magical moments. I get to be there right to the end where there's applause, where there's feedback, usually positive feedback. So for me, it's a really nice cycle of creativity from the very first step to closing, to it coming all the way together.
I have been waiting for the day when we would be reunited and I could show you what you missed out on. Well, here we are, the future, and all you can do is bring up the past. I hope you kept up with your wrestling, because things are about to get interesting.
Stella, I'm sorry. This isn't easy for me. I know I was a jerk. A lot has happened since then, and I know it won't make it into the present, let alone the future, unless I acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it, then. Leave the stupid cards where they are. Just say it.
Stella, I want to make amends for pretending I wanted to go to the prom with you.
And?
For picking you up in my dad's truck instead of a limo.
You forgot the part about the rugby team.
For making you sit in the back with Morrison, Cheadle, Erickson, and Kafta.
While they
Drank pink Kool-Aid out of open McDick's cups.
While you
Drove 100 kilometers an hour down 6th concession.
the road with the most potholes in all of Brant County, which left me
Covered in Kool-Aid.
I looked like one of the creepy elephants in Dumbo. It was so humiliating. My dress was cream colored. Still can't bring myself to look at tie-dye.
I planned it, down to the last detail.
I knew it. You slimy.
Just hear me out. I asked you on a dare. I never thought you'd say yes, so we'd never spoken before. We were from different worlds. I thought it would be funny. When you said yes, I didn't know how to back out of it, so I drove out of it, I guess. Look, like you said, it was a long time ago. But I realize now that you were the first step down the wrong path. So I picked you for lucky number 7 because you were always so understanding and nice. Were being the operative here.
Hey, I've had to grow a thick skin since that horrible night. It's only through my exploration of raw living that I've started to shed that false exterior and live in the moment. Put myself out there. Follow my impulses.
I think art and theater can influence society positively and make it better, because essentially what art and theater is about is communicating, is hearing people's stories.
Would you really have slept with me?
What?
You said that if I had chosen to utilize the potential, I would have booked a hotel room.
That was in the heat of the moment. Right now I want to refrain from following my impulse to kill you.
Look, I've said what I needed to say. I'm sorry for ruining prom. Can I start to make it up to you by buying you an adult meal in an adult restaurant serving only clear liquids?
Apology accepted. I'm definitely getting the steak tartare.
Done. Waiter!
And Sharon, could you just tell us in a brief little few seconds, what did you think of tonight's plays in cafes?
Amazing. Amazing. Definitely you're gonna see me again.
So tell us, what did you enjoy most about tonight?
Oh, I like the songs. I like the plays.
They were
Awesome.
They were
I've been seeing this for a long while.
And I also think another way that art and theater can really help society or the world is by letting go. We live in a serious time when there's a lot of drama there's a lot of drama out there, and I really think that people need to let go, let loose, not take things so seriously, laugh, have fun, make themselves feel foolish, be silly, and that to me is what drama, what theater, what art is all about. And I think that we just need to let go of trying to be right all the time, trying to push an agenda forward, and we need to try to play with each other in a very artistic, creative way.